Hi there, boys and girls. Hello, beautiful families. Miss McKennish here. Today I have a book called The Grouchy Ladybug by Eric Carle. Now, remember yesterday I posted a couple videos about beetles, and ladybugs are part of the beetle family. So let's read The Grouchy Ladybug. It was night, and some fireflies danced around the moon. At 5 o'clock in the morning, the sun came up, and a friendly ladybug came in from the left. And she saw a leaf with many aphids on it. Aphids are those little orange bugs, remember, that we used to get on our butterfly plants? Yeah, those aren't good for the caterpillars, but ladybugs love to eat them. She decided to have them for breakfast. But then a grouchy ladybug came in from the right. It too saw the aphids and wanted them for breakfast. Good morning, said the friendly ladybug. Go away, shouted the grouchy ladybug. I want those aphids and I don't want to share. They're mine. Or do you want to fight me for them? Oh, bad choice, huh? Well, the happy ladybug, the friendly ladybug, she said, well, if you insist. It looked at the other ladybug straight in the eye. The grouchy ladybug, she stepped back. It looked a little less sure of herself. Oh, you're not big enough for me to fight, it said. Then why don't you go pick on someone your own size? I'll do that, screeched the grouchy ladybug. I'll show you. And she flew off. Well, at 6 o'clock, she met a yellow jacket. She went up and what did she say? Hey, you, want to fight? Well, that yellow jacket raised that stinger and said, if you insist. Nah, you're not big enough, said the grouchy ladybug. At 7 o'clock, she met a stag beetle. Hey, you, want to fight? If you insist, said the stag beetle, pinching its claws. Nah, you're not big enough, and she flew off. At 8 o'clock, she came across a praying mantis. Remember that creature, boys and girls? We used to have a couple of them. Well, that grouchy ladybug went up and said, hey, you want to fight? Well, that praying mantis raised those big claws, said, if you insist. Nah, you're not big enough, and she flew off. At 9 o'clock, that grouchy ladybug almost flew into a sparrow. She says, what? Hey, you, want to fight? Well, that sparrow turned around with that beak and said, if you insist. Well, she says, nah, you're not big enough, and she flew off. At 10 o'clock, grouchy ladybug saw a lobster. What did she say? Hey, you, want to fight? Well, that lobster raised up those claws, said, if you insist. Nah, you're not big enough, and she flew off. Oh, at 11 o'clock, she saw a skunk, and she said, hey, you, want to fight? Well, that skunk raised up that stinky tail and said, if you insist. Nah, you're not big enough, said the grouchy ladybug, and she flew off. Ooh, at 12 noon, she saw a boa constrictor and went up and said, hey, you, want to fight? If you insist, said the boa constrictor. Nah, you're not big enough, and she flew off. At 1 o'clock, it happened upon a hyena, and she said again, hey, you, want to fight? Yeah, said the hyena, if you insist. Nah, you're not big enough, and she flew off. Well, at 2 o'clock, she came across a gorilla. She said, hey, you, want to fight? The gorilla, thumping his chest, said, if you insist. She looked at him and said, nah, you're not big enough, and she flew off. At 3 o'clock, she ran into a rhino. She said to that rhino, hey, you, want to fight? He raised up that horn and said, if you insist. Nah, you're not big enough. Well, at 4 o'clock, it encountered an elephant. She said to that elephant, "Hey, you, wanna fight?" "Well, if you insist." He put out his long trunk and his tusk. She said, "Nah, you're not big enough." All right. So at 5 o'clock, it met a whale and it said, "Hey, you want to fight?" The whale didn't say anything. At 5:15, the grouchy ladybug landed on one of the whale's flippers. "Hey, you want to fight?" Still, the whale didn't say anything. Got no answer, so she flew on. At 5:30, the grouchy ladybug said to the whale's fin, "Hey, you want to fight?" But no answer. The whale didn't say anything. At 5:45, the grouchy ladybug said to the whale's tail, "Hey, you want to fight?" That whale's tail, whoosh, gave her such a slap. It flew across the sea and across the land, right back where she started. There's my clock. It's 10 o'clock on my clock. So it's back to 6 o'clock here. And the grouchy ladybug sat where it started from. "Oh, here you are again," said the friendly ladybug. "You must be hungry. There's still some aphids left. You can have them for dinner." "Oh, thank you," said the wet, the tired, and the hungry ladybug. So together they ate all the aphids. Soon the aphids were all gone. "Thank you," said the leaf. "You are welcome," answered both the ladybugs, and they went to sleep. The fireflies, who had been sleeping all day, came out to dance around the moon. Well, so today, boys and girls, you can go back and remember all those creatures that are in this story, and maybe you can draw Miss McKinnish one of those amazing creatures, from the smallest to maybe one of the biggest on here. Beautiful, beautiful story. All right, I'll be checking in later with another book. The next book I'm going to read is The Foolish Tortoise, and I'll be posting that up tomorrow. Bye-bye, families. Bye. Love you all.